Okay, don't mind my lips. I was pulling them. But last night was such a good night. It made so much sense. So much sense. And it was so spontaneous. I had forgotten that it was my great grandpa's birthday. And I wasn't gonna come, but I needed a ride from work, and my grandma was gonna be here. So she brought me to the party, and I got to spend time with my aunts, my uncles, my grandpa, my grandparents, my cousins. And it's so interesting. Like, I used to spend so much time with my cousins. And we just, like, grew apart. And then, once my great grandparents went to sleep, my aunt was like, they're sparking up. You want to join them? I slither over there. And I smoke weed with my cousins. It was so cool. We were laughing so much. And I got to see, like, who they've grown into. It's been so many years, man. So many years. And I ended up sleeping over because my great grandma asked me to. She's like, just one night. Because I used to live here. And so I guess she missed having me here. So I did. And I forgot how beautiful the mornings were here. I used to make tarot readings out here. So cool. Well, anyways, I wanted to talk about that, but I wanted to give some advice. This is like a lesson I'm learning recently, or right now. And me and my grandma were talking about it. You know, like, I don't know about you, but I used to hold a lot of resentment for my family. Not this part of my family. I've always been so grateful for this part of my family. But, like, the family that I live with, my dad, my grandpa, my mom. I don't live with my mom anymore, but my mom, my aunt. And, they are who they are. But they love me, and they're always going to love me. You know, and I'm always going to love them, so I might as well just accept them for who they are and focus on their good parts. And try to keep my peace when their bad parts, you know, overreact. The way my grandma put it, she's like, you see, I told you have to twist your arm. And I was like, what do you mean by that? She was like, that's when she told me, like, you have to focus on their good parts and ignore the bad parts. And she was right. And I've been realizing that because I've been spending more time with my family, like, purposefully. I realized the mushrooms showed me that there's a disconnect, or there was still a disconnect. And so, since I started going to sleep earlier and waking up earlier, I started going to eat breakfast with my dad and my grandpa. And that's been really nice. And then that led to me spending a whole day with my grandpa and my aunt in McAllen. And my grandpa ended up spending money on me. And I think he was more happy to do that because, well, one, he won some money in the lottery, so he was already in a good mood. But I've also been, like, talking to him more and asking him about his band and how he's doing. And I've been like encouraging him to start songwriting again, and I told him, I was like I think you could still be a famous grandpa. Like, I don't think it's too late. Like, you still have so much life to live. And I think he appreciated that. And then my aunt she loves me a lot. She loves me a lot, and she's done so much for me. But I am my dad's daughter. And, you know, I'm more comfortable being alone, and she's lonely. And we used to be so close when I was younger, and I know that she just wants to get back to that. But I guess for a long time, since I wasn't like loving on myself, I didn't have the capacity to love on anybody else until now. And so yeah, I was making it a point to play Gongkian with my grandpa and my aunt, because my aunt comes over like every day to do that, and I could tell she appreciates that. And then she has the things that she wants to talk about, and I listen. And she's definitely more of a talker, and it's okay. I can be more of a listener with her. And I think it was yesterday, or the day before yesterday, we spent the whole day like watching movie. Like we went to the movie theater, and she ended up thanking me after. She's like, "Thank you for spending time with me." And I could tell how appreciative she was for it. I was appreciative of it as well. I'm really glad that we're able to get close again. Excuse me. And the times that like she's bitter with me is when I'm not giving her that attention and that love. And same thing with my grandpa, when I'm not giving him that attention and that love, and they're not very communicative. I don't know if it's because I'm Hispanic, like I don't know if it's just a part of our culture, or if it's just how like us as a collective have learned to cope with things. It's like instead of asking for more love and attention, we end up lashing out and pushing them further away and resenting them instead of asking for what you need. And that's just what I realized. Like, they just don't know how to ask for what they need, and what they need is me. Like, what they want is me. What they want is love. Just like I need love. They need love too. And I'll get that love if I love on them, It's a reciprocal thing. And, I think it's only the way that, like, family can reciprocate that love, Oh, my phone's gonna die. But yeah, so my message to you is just to look past the bad parts of the people that you care about, and focus on the good parts, and love on them. And I think things will change. They will change. I think love will always change somebody for the better. And yeah, I think it's gonna make your life a whole lot easier and a whole lot brighter the more that we are love, and the more that we like put our wants to the side, and instead like put the people that we care about first. I'm not talking needs, I'm talking about wants. Like, I want to spend time on my phone, I want to go to sleep and take a nap, I want to be alone, and then I end up neglecting the people that really care about me and that are always there. So put that to the side and pay attention to the people that you love. Okay, I love you guys. God loves you, your family loves you, so love on yourself and love on your people. Okay, bye.